What's going on, my good people? It's your boy Jay Nice, man. This is highly opinionated. And today we got a good topic, man. You know, I want to speak on what's been taking over the internet, it's taking over social media. You know, because as you don't know, some of you might not know, like, I'm also an artist, right? So I do music. I'm in the entertainment world. And also, I'm a gun supporter, gun owner, and a two-way supporter. So I got a lot of things going over here, okay? So this channel, we're going to have a lot of stuff dealing with you know, being a man, bringing back testosterone back into the families, right? Entertainment, guns, all that kind of stuff. So it's all inclusive, man. So before I get started though, make sure you like, subscribe, you know what I'm saying? Comment after the fact, whatever. But we're gonna talk about Wack 100 and Hassan Campbell. Hassan, there we go. Hassan Campbell, right? Now I've been following some of his videos for the past couple of years. He's been taking off, and I'm a supporter, man. I'm a supporter of Hassan. But my take on Hassan is this right here: like, he's one of them street niggas that's kind of like out the streets, but you still have that mentality, right? So a lot of people say like, oh, you get older and stuff like that, you should leave certain stuff alone, and most people do. But you still have that same mentality, that same wick that could be lit, right? So sometimes he backtracks on certain things. He puts out a positive message, but then sometimes the message, it gets diluted by some of the shit he says, right? So, you know, hit him in the head, you know what I'm saying? Got lights turned off, you know, and then he'll come with a positive message, but you like, bro, like, you know, it's like you making fun of the niggas or whatever the case may be. And so I can see why some street niggas get mad at him for the shit he say. Just like they mad at DJ Vlad because you go up there, you tell all your goddamn business, and now somebody snitched on you and shit. Now, the culture of the youth right now is to tell on yourself. You can't be cool unless people know the shit you done, can verify the shit you done, and you go to jail for it, so that way your fans can be like, oh yeah, I fuck with him. But it's fucking your life up, right? And then most of the people who comment and stuff, they have no dealings in the streets. They have no dealings with anything like that. But they allow these artists, they allow these fans to manipulate them into doing things or having to talk about things that they shouldn't talk about. You know what I'm saying? Like when I came up in the street, it was always, you know, do shit by yourself. Therefore, you have no one to tell on you but your goddamn self, right? So I never did shit with a whole lot of people, but I was schooled that way. I was actually schooled in the streets. It wasn't like I just hopped off the porch and was just out there. I hopped off the porch, but I was like a fighter. I wasn't selling drugs. I used to look at niggas who sold drugs as beneath me and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Then I got molded into the whole thing. You know what I mean? The person that molded me knew that, you know, I had a reputation, you know, and people weren't gonna walk over me, and, you know, and if something went wrong, I can handle it. So I got recruited into the shit. You know, but what you find is a lot of people have a lot of comments of shit and they never been through anything. A lot of people have never been locked up, never been, you know, never had their life threatened. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm happy to be here. You know, my mom called me all the time and say, hey, you just need to thank God that you're here, or you ain't in jail, or you ain't dead somewhere. So, you know, I'm extremely grateful. And I like looking at platforms where dudes I can relate to have a certain kind of background, but now they're trying to influence people to be like, hey man, a lot of shit I was going through was stupid. A lot of shit that, you know, I was doing, I was trying to impress people or you know, oppress chicks and stuff, like, because I honestly feel like nowadays, like, it's hard to meet young niggas now and they're not a part of a gang or some kind of organization, right? And I just never felt like I had to be a part of something like that. Like when I was growing up, that's when the blood stuff started kicking off down here in North Carolina. And you know, I remember niggas coming from the city, running from charges or running from whatever the case may be, snitches running down south. Now they're a new thoroughbred type dude because nobody knows their background. And they was bringing the whole, you know, what was the first set? I want to say like Sex, Money, Murder, or it was something, right? I used to watch these dudes, and I could never understand why I would be part of something that I had to answer to somebody else. And the person that you're answering to might not be stable them damn selves, right? So you have big homies and shit out here doing Uber Eats and shit. You know what I'm saying? You doing Uber Eats, but you a big homie? I thought y'all supposed to be making moves on the street, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Because people have lost the focus of what a gang is for. It's to protect your neighborhood, not to terrorize your goddamn neighborhood. And these niggas are terrorizing their neighborhood. So I appreciate people like Hassan Campbell, you know, speaking out on shit like that, you know, and trying to influence people to do better shit. Because now you seem like the lame now. So the young, you'll seem like the lame trying to tell them to do something, or not be a certain kind of way. But then as they get older, they realize, well, as they go through things, they realize like, oh, that nigga on lane, he was just telling me some real shit. You see what I'm saying? So I appreciate that. And then on the flip side of the coin, you got niggas like 100, right? Who, these are people who I feel like have no good intentions for the average person, right? Well, they always, like I tell people, like, okay, so you look at big CEOs and, you know, these billionaires and Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos. You know, I see people love them. People love them. But then once you start digging into, you know, the backgrounds of these people, you find that, like, in order to get to certain parts in life, you have to be a savage. You've done things to people that would go against other people's moral, you know, character. You know what I'm saying? So you have to be a cutthroat individual to get to certain statuses in this world. You know what I mean? So I think that's what Wack 100 is. He's a nigga that came from, you know, the whole gang environment. And most people that involve in these gangs, they're real manipulators, right? But I don't know the man. I can only go by what I'm seeing out here. You know, because if he was on this shit right now, he'd be screaming and cussing and shit. Like, you know, it's a way to conduct yourself. I don't have to be the loudest talking nigga in the room to be the most dangerous nigga in the room. I don't care. That was when I was younger. I felt like I had to do that. Now, I'm going to be cool, let you talk, and then I'm going to close your mouth for you. You see what I'm saying? And that's how people our age or, you know, OGs supposed to be moving. You're not supposed to be sitting here arguing with young kids. You know, you tell them what you're supposed to tell them. They don't get it. Then, hey, man, they'll figure out their own way. Some people got to go through the hard way. But back to the script. So, I guess Wack felt like he can go blabbing at the mouth to a nigga, and that nigga recorded your ass. And everybody like, why he recording conversations and this and that. And when you're dealing with people that you might perceive to be a certain kind of way, you want to protect yourself, right? Because anything somebody else come out and say is true until you have evidence, right? It's the same thing with 50 Cent was recording Young Buck. Everybody remember that. You know what I mean? But this is how life works. People ride with the side of who they like the most. You know what I'm saying? If they don't really know you like that, people gonna look at you like the shit that you do is flawed. They can be like, that nigga flawed. You know what I'm saying? Like, that nigga, he ain't no street nigga. He ain't doing this shit. Like, if you look in the comments, you're like, this street nigga, he ain't doing no shit. You know, even if you don't like a motherfucker nowadays, and you say, well, you know, I don't like him, and you got reasons why you don't like a motherfucker, people will say you hating on him. Because nowadays, you can't not just like somebody. You can't not just like him. You gotta be hating on him. Hell, you hating on me. I might just not like your bitch ass. That's simple as that. We don't get along, I don't like you, I don't fuck with you. But now, if I tell somebody else I don't fuck with you, oh, he's just hating on that nigga. It's just like with boxing, right? Back in the day when we had Mike Tyson and Evander Holyfields and all this stuff like that, great fighters lost fights. Nobody in this fucking world is perfect, right? But nowadays, you gotta be perfect. Nowadays, you lose a fight in boxing world, it's like, oh, you ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? People, the fans look at you like you ain't shit, like they ain't never lost, like they won every fight in the world. So I have to tell people, fuck a fan. Fuck a fan. Unless they're loyal people who are, like my mama always say, right? You can't talk rational with irrational people, right? So arguing with niggas in comments that they get on Facebook and say, yo, I don't fuck with this nigga. You hating on that nigga too then. But you want to get on the rapper shit or get on the influencer shit and tell them what they supposed to be doing, but you ain't done shit with your life to get nowhere. You know what I'm saying? It's levels out here. This ain't the Bible. Everybody ain't created equal. We're not equal. Society has levels. What level you on? Okay? So apparently, you know, Wack was talking to Hassan, you know, talking shit about, you know, Nipsey Hussle and T.I. and Big U and all these people and stuff. Like, I don't know anything about Big U, none of that West Coast shit. I'm not involved in that shit. I don't know gang. I'm not involved in that gang shit. But I was a fan of Nipsey Hussle. You know, closer towards probably like a year before he died, I really got on him. Wasn't like a crazy fan, but I was a fan. He made good music. But now he's trying to put out information on him about a sex tape. You know, maybe he got some homophobic ways, or, you know what I'm saying, homosexual ways, I mean. But and it's just crazy. It's like some shit. It's like when you're a celebrity, your whole life is in a spotlight. Like any little thing you do or any little secret you have come out, people will judge you on it. You know what I mean? And the crazy part is we all have things that we just don't tell people. Everybody has their own little secrets and weird little shit they do that they'd be embarrassed if somebody else found out about it. You know what I'm saying? But how do you go about judging somebody else? Shit. When a motherfucker is dead, the motherfucker is dead. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think Hassan was doing that shit to bring up no beef, like he hated Nipsey Hussle or any kind of shit like that. I think he was just trying to get at Wack. And sometimes people will fall victim to you trying to get at somebody else. You know what I'm saying? So, especially if that person has some shit on you. So, you know, then T.I. calling T.I. rat. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I personally don't feel like T.I. rat. I don't feel like he took the stand, but he didn't tell him, man. He told what happened, not who did it. You see what I'm saying? And I think a lot of street people confuse this shit. Like, a lot of niggas want to be so street, want to be like, oh yeah, man, this is the rules of the street. You don't know the rules of the street. Half y'all motherfuckers ain't never been in a situation when you thought you might not make it out of some shit. You know what I'm saying? So that ain't telling. It's not telling if you get on the stand, you subpoena to get on the stand, and you just say what happened, not who did it. Nigga never said who did shit. You know what I'm saying? But the industry want to talk about niggas like that. Wack want to talk about T.I. here, rat, but he won't fuck with 6ix9ine. So you get him a pass, right? You get him a pass because, oh, he wasn't really like that, you know, but he was pump faking, right? But you still was pump faking. To any street nigga in the world, if you out there and you pump faking, you part of the shit. So now you just can't go back and be like, oh, nah, man, you try to fuck my baby mama, so I told on him. That's an excuse. You see, nah, niggas do shit for money. Money is money will move mountains. You see what I'm saying? Wack, you ain't fooling nobody, man. You know what I'm saying? You talk about all the other snitches and whatever the case may be, but you fuck with one. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't care if you do or not. I'm just saying don't contradict this goddamn self. Don't go fucking with a rat and make excuses for a rat, but then you won't talk about none nigga because you just might not like that nigga or you ain't got no money with that nigga yet. See, you type of nigga, I think like you ain't get no money with a nigga, he wouldn't talk about you until he gets some money with you. Then he gonna try to chill out, be your best friend and shit like that. Like, nah, man, get that shit on, man. You was driving trucks, bro. Niggas say he was driving trucks, now he's a super gangster. So I don't understand that shit. Like, when you getting old, ain't no point being no super ass gangster, man. Chill the fuck out, nigga. Get some money. You see what I'm saying? And he getting money, believe that. You know what I'm saying? He getting money now. But you ain't gotta do the extra shit, bro. Like, go. I know you probably pimping out, you know, Blueface, and them kind of rappers and shit. But we got real niggas out here, man. Like, you know, that we got kids out here. Kids nowadays are super impressionable. When I was growing up, you know what I'm saying, like 50 and T.I. and shit like that, like 50 probably was the nigga that came out, was probably like the hardest nigga to us, you know what I'm saying? And we believed that nigga, you know what I'm saying? Like we believed the shit he would say. You know what I mean? But it didn't make us want to go out and commit murders or do shootings for no fucking reason. You know what I'm saying? Like nowadays these kids hear drill music, they go out and do shit for no fucking reason. You see what I'm saying? And so drill music is fucking killing black people, man. Like, I don't care what nobody say. I do music myself. I talk about some of the same shit. But it's not up to me to be your role model. It's not up to me to be your teacher, your schooler. It's up for your parents. And what people fail to realize, a lot of people's parents failed them. Now they're followers of other people instead of being followers of the foundation that your parents laid for you. You know what I'm saying? So my mom is not street at all. So anything I had doing in the streets did not come from my mother. It was not her fault. It was nothing that she taught me. It was because I'm a man, and when anybody gets out here, you get in your own world. You get around your own people, you start living your own life, and those are decisions that you make for yourself. So, you know, I don't take up for people. But when it comes to entertainment, when it comes to Hollywood, when it comes to shit like that, it's money, man. Money drives everything. And then you got two grown black men who claim to be trying to be doing stuff for good, sitting there arguing, you know. And I feel Hassan, I would have put the shit out too. You trying to come at me about different kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? Try to attack the man, you know, on his character about being molested when he was a kid and shit like that. Like, they ain't no shit to play with somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like, that ain't no shit that you look at and be like, oh, well, you know, he could have prevented that as a kid. He can't prevent that shit. And it don't mean he's supposed to go back and try to kill the nigga, you know what I'm saying, that did this shit. Like, I love when people talk about all these murders and shit like that, like they're just extreme murderers. You know what I'm saying? This is entertainment, motherfuckers. Y'all ain't no fucking straight murderers. Murder everybody that fuck. He looked at me, well, I'm gonna murder him. You know what I'm saying? Nigga would sit there, I'm gonna murder him. You see, you got these 40-year-old men saying what they gonna do if somebody do something. Like, you thinking like a child, man. So obviously that money that some of these niggas getting don't matter. Cause Wack saying this and, you know You know, Hassan saying this, like, don't pump fake with this nigga. Wack the type of nigga that you ain't gonna win that battle. It's like they drug you out there to New York. They get up in that studio with all them niggas and shit like that. I'm glad you didn't pop off, man. I'm glad you didn't pop off. You know what I'm saying? Because they'll wait and do something to you. And it don't make you scary. It don't make you none of that. It make you a situational aware motherfucker. And I be telling people that shit. People feel like they gotta crash out to show they're not scared. No, if it's a bunch of motherfuckers I know I ain't probably gonna make it up out that bitch, I'm not gonna buck like that. I'm gonna stand my ground. But I ain't gonna overdo it until I can get the upper hand. Right? When you ain't in the upper hand, you an idiot thinking that, oh, you gonna play that super gangster. They wanna talk into that shit. They wanna talk into being super gangster and shit like that, or they wanna bait you. You know what I'm saying? Niggas like that, they bait niggas. They wanna bait you. Then when you pop off and shit, you know what I'm saying? What happens? Police get involved. You know what I mean? The streets is a myth. What that nigga Troy Ave said, the streets is a myth, nigga. If you a man and you living by a street code, nigga, you was a fool. And you can't tell that by all these gangs and shit. I thought being in the game was a part of being together. You know what I'm saying? All you see is gang niggas ratting on each other. New York, all these gang niggas ratting on each other. You know what I'm saying? Follow the bad to the bad drought. But you want to tell, this shit is comical, man. But I watched that long ass motherfucking interview, right? Where Tekashi interrupting every fucking 5 minutes. He just like to talk. Then you got all these niggas, tomorrow I brought him to the hood, I'll do it again and shit. Y'all niggas just chasing the bag. You know what I'm saying? You got the Mexican boy making all the black boys look stupid. You know what I'm saying? Because he getting money, because the average motherfucker is like Tekashi. Those people fail to realize. That's why he's so popular. The average motherfucker is like him. They want to do all the baiting and all this shit in the world, but they don't want to accept the consequences behind the shit. And then when you get gangsters like Wack 100 and these niggas, y'all backing these kind of niggas, y'all put battery in these niggas back. And then all that gang shit you talking about, it means nothing no more. You can't be taken serious if you out here fucking with rat ass niggas and then you claim to be some super Paru blood. All these niggas talk about is gang shit. I ain't never seen niggas close to 50 years old keep talking about gang shit. That shit is dead. That shit is over with. That shit is air. That gang shit, unless you grew up in a neighborhood where it ain't nothing but that, I don't see the point in doing it. You see what I'm saying? You got niggas who artists, they belong in this hood over here, way coast to this coast. You're a blood, then you're a Paru, but you'll be a Hoover and a Crip. I don't even get this shit, man. I used to be in jail and shit. I told these niggas, if y'all niggas changing up shit all the time, if y'all apply this shit to some regular tax-paying shit or hustling, motherfuckers would be fucking millionaires. There's a lot of smart niggas locked the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? Of course we get dealt with bad cars and shit, you know what I'm saying, sometimes, but sometimes we make them bad cars also. Sometimes that we can hop out of shit, but we scared to. A lot of niggas are scared. You know, people don't realize. A lot of niggas are scared to hop out them ways. They're scared to do something because their friends might say, oh, you ain't the same, you ain't no real nigga no more. What's a real nigga? What's a real nigga? Because you ask the average nigga, thinking real nigga is just doing some gangster shit. That's not real. Being a real nigga is taking care of your family, standing on your business. You know what I'm saying? Not being scared of nobody. That's part of it. That's part of it, standing your ground. But it doesn't mean you got to bully people. Doesn't mean that you got to be overly, intimidating to people. You know what I'm saying? You can talk people with some sense, but you stand on your business. Niggas know not to play with you, but you ain't one of them niggas that got to be heard all the fucking time. That's real. Taking care of your family, taking care of your girl. You know what I'm saying? That's real, man. That's real shit. Now, if you want to talk gangster shit, and that's a different story. You know what I'm saying? But the real nigga word is always thrown around, right? I believe Hassan Campbell's a real nigga. I believe Wack is a real nigga. You know what I'm saying? I just believe that when you come from different areas and you come from different shit, like gang shit and other kind of shit, like you have a different script to you. Like some people are more manipulative because they had to be more manipulative in the environments they was in. So I get certain shit. But as we get into our own money, as you get your own money, you get your own bags up and shit, you know, you gotta make sure your message is good for the kids, man, because, you know, I think about shit more because I got kids now, right? I got 2 girls, man. You think I want her running around with niggas who thinking about shooting shit up all the time and shit, and they become a victim of that shit, and that nigga keep on doing the shit he doing? No. We're killing each other, man, like, over dumbass shit. And it's like, I know people look at us and be like, well, this shit crazy. What these niggas arguing over what? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? And it's creating more money for the fuck niggas. Tekashi probably getting so many checks off that shit, you know what I'm saying? Because y'all niggas want to promote this nigga and put this nigga up there. Now Hassan, the problem I do have with him is, you talk a lot of shit about that nigga, But when you got in that room with that nigga, it seemed like you were riding his coattail. And that's one thing I saw. And I was like, well, I can't believe this nigga really, you know what I'm saying? But I also give you credit too because you couldn't say what you wanted to say because of the situation. I know. So that's when I go back to the fact of like knowing your situation, being self-aware and knowing what to say, what not to say. It ain't that you scared, it's that you fucking outnumbered. You see what I'm saying? Like, cause these niggas in numbers, everybody's the biggest gangster in the world when they got niggas behind them. But I believe Hassan is that type of dude with no niggas with him. He gonna be the same type of nigga. I believe Wack that same type of nigga too. I don't believe Wack no pushover type nigga at all. You know what I'm saying? But I believe two niggas like that need to be working together instead of against each fucking other. You know what I'm saying? But I think Wack crossed the line first. You see what I'm saying? Like, you can't, that's something I don't joke with niggas. If I find out something happened to you like that, I don't joke with that because that ain't something you could have helped. You know what I'm saying? So, I think it was wrong for Wack to do that shit. You know what I'm saying? And because he did that shit, it cost him a lot. And I know he probably acting like this shit don't matter. It matters. Just like Will Smith. You know what I'm saying? It matters. You know what I mean? So people gotta realize this shit, man. Like it's for entertainment purposes, it's great. But then as I sit back and think about it, I'm like, yo, man, I'll be talking to kids and shit like that. And I'm like, yo, people giving mixed messages. It's like, be gangster, don't be gangster. You know what I'm saying? But I'm saying be gangster. Stay dangerous, because we gotta stay dangerous. But that don't mean you gotta be the antagonizer. That doesn't mean you have to be out here committing crimes, do shit. That means stay dangerous. That means protect yourself at all times. You know what I'm saying? Like, the hardest job in America is being black. The hardest job in America is being black, man. I'm telling you. I'm black, I know. You know what I'm saying? Everything they do to try to limit us, even with the two-way shit I'm on, the whole point about this shit was limiting minorities. That's all they want to do, limit minorities. The Constitution written for white people. We don't written for black people with no other minority. We don't written for them. You know what I'm saying? That's why, that's another video, okay? But it all plays into the same shit, man. We gotta stop beefing with each other, arguing with each other, unless it's necessary. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying like shit ain't necessary. Shit be necessary to handle your business. But if it's something simple that can be squashed and looked over, do it. You know what I'm saying? Get the money, because we need more black men with money than not with money. You know what I mean? And if you're doing something for your people, your community and shit, that's what matters, man. You know what I mean? Like, that's what matters, man. So I would love to see these two men end their beef, you know, take different directions as far as in like fucking with this whole Tekashi shit, man. That shit is just drama. That shit is drama waiting for somebody to get killed, man. Like, you know what I mean? And I don't want it to be, and usually what happens with situations like that, it don't be the main antagonizer. It be somebody else to get killed. And that person keep on rolling, doing that same bullshit. You know what I mean? We gotta talk smarts into our kids. A lot of our black youth are intelligent. We ain't no fucking dummies. You know what I'm saying? Is that most of us are just put in harsher environments where we gotta grow up in. And by the time we get a certain age, our mentality is already the way it is. And then it takes you fucking up and you're getting older to realize like, yo, I don't wanna hear no shit. That shit don't mean shit. All this gangster shit is like, yo, you know, me, I was doing shit, you know what I'm saying? And the problem for me was I never really got hit up for a lot of shit that I was doing in the streets. I got hit up through my marriage, you know what I'm saying? Like, all that shit came back to me. And I had to face, you know what I'm saying, the reaper for that. So, I don't want nobody to die from this shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to see Hassan die. I don't want to see Wack 100 die. You know what I'm saying? These brothers are creating, take care of their families. I don't want to see nobody, unless you're a really fuck ass person, I don't want to see nobody out here just get taken up out of here, you know what I'm saying, before that time. So I want this shit to end, you know. I think Hassan gonna have some shit to worry about, but just think about that shit before you start putting on the other videos, man. Like, some shit need to be heard, some people need to be exposed, but by exposing certain people and doing certain things, you can open yourself up to a lot of risk, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, if you ain't no shot caller, you ain't no shot caller. But if you're a shot caller, then you're a shot caller. You see what I'm saying? Like, so we have to weigh the risk with the reward, you know? The reward would be more publicity, you know what I'm saying? More coverage, more exposure, more fans, more money coming in, more Patreon, all that kind of shit. the rest will be your life, you know. Because while everybody else watching the entertainment, while I'm watching for entertainment, motherfucker gotta live it. You know what I'm saying? You see me, I'm always prepared. And you ain't gonna catch me at Baskin Robbins without no strap. Remember, I got a song right now. He was like my role model. We used to go to Walmart, and I would take my strap out. Like, nigga, you don't take your strap in Walmart? I'm like, nah, like, you know. Yeah, well, people don't shoot in Walmart. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? People shoot everywhere. You know what I mean? So it just, you know, just be safe, man. Like, you know, I want people to be safe out here. Watch what you put out. You know what I mean? Because some people really take this shit serious, man. Some people really take, like, you know, this whole social media life very seriously. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy because, you know, I don't take it that serious. It's just like, you know, somebody say something about you, they say something about you. I don't give a fuck. Especially because most people don't know you. Most people just talk anyway, just to be talking. And I go through comments, I be trolling sometimes because, like, people just talk. See what I'm saying? But I'm not going into detail about everything Wack was saying. There's plenty of videos up about that. You know what I'm saying? But I just want to speak on the fact that T.I., that's my motherfucking favorite rapper in the goddamn world. My man ain't no snitch. You know what I'm saying? Nipsey. Shout out Nipsey. You know what I'm saying? None of that shit matter. Like, if you put some shit out about niggas, some gay shit, it don't matter now. It don't matter if the nigga was alive. You know what I'm saying? Nowadays, like, it's so normal now. It's like, would that be a deciding factor of you listening to somebody's music? It depends on what you're talking about. Like, if I find out, you know what I'm saying, gay or somebody that, like, it's no pun to you. I don't care. You're free to live your life however you choose to, but be a representation of what you're saying. I support a gay rapper talking about gay shit because that's who you are. You see what I'm saying? But I don't support people talking about things and it's not who they are. You see what I'm saying? So, you know, be true in yourself, man. If you got some shit, come out with it. Whatever the case may be, you know what I mean? Like, but it's better to get in front of shit than behind it. You know what I mean? But anyway, that's my little coverage on a little Hassan Campbell and Wack 100 shit. I'm gonna keep watching. You keep watching. So hopefully, no gangster shit really happen from this shit. I don't want no gangster shit to happen. Just keep it at entertainment. You know what I'm saying? Like, black people, we have to draw a line between entertainment and street shit. Okay? We all know how the cultural differences. You know what I'm saying? But you gotta draw a line somewhere and be like, look, I'm not finna take this past this point because that's gonna fuck up bread. That's gonna fuck up me feeding my family. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna fuck up my kids. That's the most important thing, I think, any man, especially if you have kids, that's the number one thing you should think about. Whatever I'm doing, it's gonna affect my kids. If I can't see my kids for 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, come in prison, what kind of man am I? When I could have made a decision not to do that shit and be there for my kid, you know what I mean? So, just some things to think about. But anyway, man, it's your boy Jay Nice. You know what I mean? Like, subscribe, comment.